What is up, everybody? This is B&E Sports Talk coming back today after week 3. What a weekend of stank games. I don't want to say stank games, stinky games in terms of betting. On the contrary, though, they were really good for football. I really enjoyed football scene this weekend. It was good.
I mean, yes, it was cool. The ending of a lot of the games were cool, but they were also just a huge, massive what the fuck is going on. I literally had to sit there and just stare at the TV and just be like, guys, what the fuck is going on right now? I mean, it was blocked field goal after blocked field goal after blocked field goal after upset after upset after upset. It felt like this was the week of special teams. It was the week of the upset. If you watched us last week, I hope you didn't tail any of our bets because we lost damn near everything. Man, it was a rough week. It was just a rough week, and it really felt like it was just, quite frankly, bullshit.
Vegas saw us going too hard, man. They had to turn it around. Be like, fuck these guys on B&E, man. We got to give them a bad prop this week.
The Panthers ruined us, though, twice in a row.
No kidding.
The Panthers were the big, and the Bears. Those are the two huge games where I was truly mind blown of how big of a margin that they blew off the spread by.
But you're telling me that was absolutely insane. I was sitting there watching it ride, and I had a good bet on it this weekend. And of course, there's always those one or two people that are like, oh no, Carolina's going to run them. Like, what the hell are you talking about? Sure as shit. Carolina ran them.
And the Browns, too.
We need to pay attention to the fact that Michael Penix, when opponents score more than 7 points, is like 0-7. We need to stop putting bets on the Falcons because Michael Penix hasn't proven shit. It's either his defense or Bijan Robinson getting the job done. We're going to B&E retract a little bit, and the Falcons are kind of shitty.
I'm with you on that 100%. Two more notes for week 3 was the Browns beating the Packers. Blew my mind. Another special teams game where the Browns defense is legit. I still believe what I believe about the Packers defense. I still think they're world class. Obviously, they lost to the Browns.
The Browns have an insane defense. Their defense is insane, and it makes you think, what could they do if they had a quarterback?
The Browns defense is crazy, but the Packers offense genuinely worried me this week. I mean, they were just completely unable to move the ball in any capacity whatsoever. That did worry me quite a bit. It looked like the Jordan Love I expected to see, kind of, if that makes sense.
I'm going to say that was a fluke against a really good defense, and that this week when they play the Cowboys, they're going to rebound.
Yeah, if you're playing the Cowboys, it should be a get-right game.
Let's go ahead and hop into it with Thursday night pick. First off, we've got Seahawks and Cardinals. This is going to be a really good game. Like I said, the NFL finally said screw shitty Thursday night games and started putting on good ones. So this is going to be a pretty competitive game. The Cardinals actually have shown me a little bit that I do like. Overall, I feel like Seahawks are just the better team. Cardinals have just kept it close, and I don't like that kind of style of play. Keeping it close is never an equation for victory. Take the Seahawks money line, take them on the spread. It's only a point. Enjoy it.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with you all the way through. It'll be a close game. If this was a 3-point spread, I'd probably take Arizona with the points, but I'm just going to go ahead and ride with Seattle -1. I think that's probably the safest move.
Up next, we got Vikings-Steelers. This is also going to be a really good matchup. Vikings put up a shite ton of points last week. The Steelers have proven that they can put up some points too. But the Vikings defense and the Steelers defense are pretty decent. I am looking for the Vikings to win this, though. I think that they have a little bit more offense. Maybe not a better defense, but enough defense to slow the Steelers offense down enough to catch this win. So give them to me on that 2.5-point spread. They're going to win by a field goal. Give me it to the Vikings on the money line.
Yeah, I'm taking Vikings -2.5 as well. The Steelers defense is shockingly bad, honestly, this year. I really expect a lot more out of the Steelers defense than what we've seen so far. So as of now, I'm just going to let Carson Wentz and the Vikings keep rolling. The Vikings defense has looked a lot better than the Steelers defense has so far. Last week, the Patriots had 5 turnovers. The Steelers were only able to score 3 touchdowns in the entire game when they were gifted 5 free possessions. I'm really not too optimistic on the Steelers. They should have lost that game last week if the Patriots didn't play like truly the messiest game of the season.
Next up, we've got Titans and Texans. This is a dinky game. I don't know how they're giving the Texans 7 points. Give me the Titans on the 7 points. The Titans have really kept every single game close. I know last game looked like it was a really 20-point game. I know it looked like a lot, but in the grand scheme of things, the Titans don't look that bad. They're giving up a lot of points, but their offense is actually moving the ball.
They just need to score touchdowns. They
can't score touchdowns. Yeah. But the fact that they have the confidence to kick 62 and 64-yard field goals means that they're trying to get points in any way, shape, form, or fashion so they can at least compete.
And the Texans have shown me nothing for scoring a touchdown so far.
I think all they're basing this on is that the Texans' defense is pretty good.
I don't think the Titans' defense is that bad, though.
Titans' defense is not that bad. They just traded the cornerback on my freaking IDP squad, so they can go screw themselves.
As of right now, like I'm tempted to take the exact same bet as you with Titans +7 and Texans money line.
That looks like the way to go. Texans are just at home. Like, honestly, if the Titans were at home in this game, there's a chance that I might take Titans on the plus. I just feel like they have a little more heart. I don't know what the hell happened to CJ Stroud after he talked to Caleb Williams that day. He must have wiped off a little bit of his gnarliness on him and switched the flow.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's really weird seeing the Texans be like this. It's not at all what I expected. I kind of really expected a third-year bounce back for CJ Stroud and the Texans. I'm tentative on that -350 money line, quite frankly. In theory, the Texans should win this game by 10 or 15 points. It would not be surprising to me if they either win or lose this game like 13-10.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm taking the under on that game, by the way, too. It is a low line, 38.5, but I'm still going to go on the under.
Sounds like a good bet.
All right, Commanders and Falcons. It's in Atlanta. Commanders are 1.5-point favorites on the road. I sat there and rode the Raiders hard last week against the Commanders, and that was clearly a huge mistake, even with Marcus Mariota playing. Do you know if Jaden Daniels is coming back this week?
I don't know, but I don't think it matters much because Marcus Mariota did what I told all y'all he was going to do, and that was be pretty much exactly what Jaden Daniels does, just in like mid-form.
Yeah,
you know?
no, he was
and sure as shit, he came and walked out and did exactly Jaden Daniels shit in mid-form, and they won the game.
He was solid. I got no complaints about what he did for them. Absolutely just destroyed the Raiders. I got them by more than 2 against the Falcons. With what the Falcons just shot 30, or was it 30 or 20-0? 30-0 to Carolina last week. Yeah, give me the Commanders -1.5 all fucking day. I might just put all my money on that game, and hopefully I don't lose everything 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, right. Up next, we have got the most one-sided game of the week. We're not going to go into it very much because there's not a lot of explaining that needs to be done here. The Saints suck. The Bills are awesome. It's 16.5-point spread. Go ahead and take it. I know it's a lot, but fuck it. On to the next. They're going to take that money line.
-2,000 money line is pointless, really. Yeah, I'm not betting this game, but if I did, give me the 16.5 with the Bills, that might be the biggest spread I've ever seen in an NFL game.
Right. Take the under on Josh Allen, quarters played. That's a crazy prop.
Yeah, like it would not surprise me if he's on the bench in the third quarter.
Yep.
But dude, if he is on the bench in the third quarter, that could be scary for this 16.5. Like they could be up 30-3, sit him down, and then like sit half their defense, and they end up winning the game like 40-25 or whatever.
Like the Bills' backups are
better than the entire Saints starting squad.
Just to put it simply.
Yeah, take the Bills. Fuck it.
On to the next. This is going to be a better game than I think people think. I have got Browns-Lions, with the Lions taking it, obviously, on the money line. They showed us last week that they are back to being the Lions. But the Browns, man, that defense is awesome. So I think that they do just enough to keep the Browns just inside of that 9-point spread. This ends up being like 7-8-point game on some fluky. Fully expect it. I'm taking the over on the 44 too, because there is a slight chance that the Lions just have it figured out and they run the hell away.
I'm taking the Lions -9. Again, I'm probably not going to actually put money down on this, but that's my pick for the week is Lions -9. I'm just going to have faith that Jared Goff and the Lions have it pretty much figured out and unlocked. I'm going to say they scored 27 points on the Browns, although 7 of those points are going to be on defense. I think Joe Flacco throws a pick 6 or something like that, and the Lions end up winning 27-13.
Yeah, that sounds like a pretty good prediction to me. It could go both ways. I just have some hope in that Browns defense, and maybe they make something happen. This is a tricky game, but I'm going to choose not to let my head think about it too much. The Panthers suck. The Patriots had a bad game last week. I think they're going to wrap around and look better. 5 turnovers is bad. They're also at home. I think it helps them a little bit, and I think it's just enough to take them over the top. I thought about changing my mind and Panthers plus 5.5, but I'm going to keep the Patriots on minus 5.5. I think 2 field goals isn't that much to overcome. Give me Patriots on the 5.5 and 250 on the money line.
I told y'all last week that the Panthers wouldn't burn me 2 weeks in a row, and they burned the fuck out of me 2 weeks in a row. I'm not touching the spread. I'm just not even going to make a pick on it. Give me the Patriots minus 250 money line. That's the only bet I'm touching on this game.
If I could advise you not to touch a game, don't touch this game. But if you have to, take what we're saying.
Yeah. No, dude, but the second we turn around and bet the Panthers, I guarantee you they lose by 60.
No kidding. Right.
They'll go there and lose 73-6. Yeah, don't bet on the Panthers. Don't bet against the Panthers, though. Just leave the Panthers games alone for the rest of the year.
On to the next one-sided game of the week.
Beat down.
The Chargers are going to absolutely run off on the Giants. Giants are starting rookie Jackson Dart this week. That's a mistake, playing against one of the better passing defenses in the league. I'm sure he's probably going to turn it over a couple times and look pretty stinky, but that's okay. He's going to come out on the top of everything in the end of it all and be a good quarterback. But this week, he's going to stink it up, throw a couple picks, maybe get a fumble. Chargers defense is going to close this out. The offense is going to do good. Quentin Johnson is once again going to prove why this year is his year and not Lad McConkey's.
I might take an alternate spread of Chargers minus 13. You know, like you said, it's a rookie quarterback starting his NFL debut against a really, really good defense. Obviously, the Chargers offense is going to fuck up the Giants. So I'm taking the Chargers by a lot of points this week. That 6.5 should not be an issue at all for the Chargers to cover.
On to the next, we've got Eagles, Buccaneers. This is a really good game, but the Bucs are a little hurt right now. Kind of don't see why this spread and this money line is as close as it is. I'm taking the Eagles on the spread, and I'm taking them on the money line. I'm not thinking twice.
Yeah, like Brady said, the Bucs are kind of hurt right now, a little banged up. In the regular season last year, the Buccaneers did beat the Eagles. Didn't the Buccaneers beat the Eagles in the playoffs the year before that? I think they did. The Buccaneers seem to have the Eagles number when nobody else does. But with that being said, I'm still going to take the Eagles to go 4-0. Definitely taking the money line. My original bet was actually Buccaneers plus 3.5, but I think I'm going to switch it and go Eagles minus 3.5 just because of the injuries on the Buccaneers offense.
On to the next one, we've got another great game. This is Colts Rams. I had to think a little bit about this one. Let's get ready to make some money. Colts on the spread, Colts on the money line. Go ahead and roll with it. I like the Colts team a heck of a lot better than I do the Rams just because Danny Dimes is a badass. So let's see it.
I think that the Rams are the NFC version of the Colts, basically, this year anyways. Both these teams look very quality. They're both, liable to beat anybody any given week. And I really like the upside of both these teams. The Rams are minus 190 on the money line and 3.5-point favorites at home. It is in LA. No matter what, I'm locking in Colts plus 3.5. No matter what. I'm really tempted to take the Rams in a 2 or 3 point game. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to stick with the Rams on the last second field goal win, but the Colts will cover. That's what I'm going to stick with. It should be within 10 points no matter who wins, and it should be a really, really entertaining game.
Definitely. Next, we've got Jags, Niners. The Niners are clearly the better team here. You should take them on the spread and the money line. They're getting a little bit healthier.
Niners by 10.
Yeah. And they did just lose Nick Bosa. That's not going to change everything. They're getting back some of their offense back. Jennings should be back this week.
Dude, Trevor Lawrence can't pass without pressure. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he has pressure or not. He's going to suck. Take the Niners all day. Niners minus 3, Niners minus 6, Niners minus 10. Take whatever alternate spread you want to put on them. They're going to win the game.
Hell yeah. Next up, we've got Ravens Chiefs. This is going to be a really good game, and I'm happy that whatever team loses this is coming out 1-3. As a Broncos fan, fuck the Chiefs. They're going to take that L. Patrick Mahomes is going to do good enough for my fantasy, though. Ravens, take them on the spread. They're winning by more than a field goal, and take them on the money line. There is absolutely no reason not to. I know that Chiefs are at home, but they have not looked that good on offense, and they are not healthy.
Yeah, the fact that either the Ravens or the Chiefs, either like one of them is guaranteed to start 1-3 is quite frankly absurd. Neither of these teams should be in this position, but here we are. Every single bone in my body is saying the Ravens should win this game by 20 or 30 points, which is exactly why I'm taking the Chiefs money line. We all know how this shit goes. Every single time we think the Chiefs are counted out, they come right back in and manage to win a game on probably pure bullshit. It's probably going to be referees throwing non-existent flags, rolling Lamar backwards into his own territory, 3rd down and 50, and that's how this game is going to go. Patrick Mahomes is going to throw picks. They'll get called back. He'll get another chance and another chance and another chance. I think this is going to look like Chiefs playoff football. The referees are going to bail the Chiefs out because Roger Goodell will not let them start 1-3. I just don't think there's any chance NFL lets the Chiefs go 1-3. I'm taking a money line, not because they're a better team than the Ravens, just because I think the shit's all rigged.
Maybe so. Next up, we've got Bears, Raiders. I'm taking the Bears on the spread and the money line here. They showed enough against the Cowboys whoop down last week that I'm taking them. I know the Raiders have not looked bad, but
dude, they haven't looked good either.
They're taking L's. Yeah, like Evan said, they're not looking good either. So give me the Bears. I think the last game was a switcheroo for them, and Caleb just kind of turned the lights on a little bit. Give me Bears.
By the way, the money line is -110 for either team. The Bears are a 1-point favorite, and the game is in Vegas. I'm going to take the Raiders money line. One more week. We'll see if they burn me again. I lost quite a bit of money on Raiders bets last week. The Commanders proved me wrong, and that's okay. The Bears, on the other hand, I just think it was a really bad Cowboys defense, and we saw Caleb Williams be able to hit his whole potential when he has legitimately zero pressure. He was taking 10, 15 seconds to throw the ball in the pocket, it felt like, every damn play. I'm really not worried about the Bears. The Raiders defense it's not amazing, but it's still significantly better than Dallas. Max Crosby is going to get pressure on Caleb Williams, which is the key to beating the Bears. If he has any pressure on him, he gets very frantic and leads to bad plays. So yeah, give me the Raiders by like a field goal.
Next up, we got Packers, Cowboys. Packers are going to win this in the Cowboys' home, just like they did in the Super Bowl. This is game. I don't have to go into it much. The Cowboys suck. The Packers are good. Last week was a game against a good defensive team. They got exploited right at the end. They need that offense to wake up this week, and there is not a better team to do it against than the Cowboys based on what the Bears did. Let's see it happen. I'm taking Packers on the spread. I'm taking them on the money line.
Yeah, that's kind of how I was wanting to jump into this video earlier on, was just basically by saying that the Packers are going to have a massive get-right game versus Dallas this week. The over-under is 47.5. The Packers might drop 47.5 points by themselves. I don't know what Cowboys are going to do against a very strong Packers defense. I bet the Cowboys score less than 20 points. I'm definitely going to be sitting my Cowboys players, except for probably Ferguson this week, who should just have a PPR game once again. I think CD's out again. So yeah, give me the Packers by a lot more than 7. A lot more than 7.
On the next game, we've got Jets-Dolphins. This game is just a broken game. I think that Justin Fields should play this week, which should give the Jets the edge because the Dolphins are just pure garbage. Don't even want to go into more explanation on it.
The Dolphins are 2.5-point favorites at home, though.
Screw that. Give me the Jets. Plus 2.5. Give me the money line. Plus 125. Make yourself a little quarter there, and you're good to go.
I'm with you, man. The Dolphins actually gave me, they showed signs of life against the Bills, which are obviously the class of the NFL. They showed signs of life against them on Thursday night.
Hell no. That's those last twitches of death before you die. The fucking Dolphins suck.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, I was rolling into saying I'm still taking the Jets money line. But I think this will be a pretty good game, actually. It's an early Monday night game. We have 2 Monday night games again this week for no fucking reason. We have 2 0-3 teams playing on Monday night, so ESPN can have 2 games this week. Unbelievable, really. But yeah, give me the Jets plus 125 on the money line. I think Justin Fields finally brings home the W for New York, and they win by like 6 to 7 points.
We'll see what happens. It'll be an interesting game. Next up, we have got Bengals and Broncos.
Game of the week.
My game of the week, goddamn, at least because I'm a Broncos fan. My wife is a Bengals fan, so this will be a fun game for us regardless. But Broncos are going to give that smack down. Jake Browning's not doing anything against our defense, and I think that this week against a poor Bengals defense, Bo Nix finds his form, and we finally wake up, get back to 500, and start winning. Give me Broncos on the -7.5, and give me them on that 375 money line.
The Broncos are winning by 35 points. There's no reason that the Broncos defense shouldn't do even more. And again, the Bengals have basically the worst defense in the NFL. I think Bo Nix should have a get-right game. If you're playing the Bengals or you're playing the Cowboys and you're struggling in offense, you should get all your guys together and just be like, look, all y'all are getting a fucking touchdown this week, and we're good. So, yeah, give me the Broncos by a shitload of points. A fucking shit ton. I'm taking them by, probably put an alternate spread down of -20 Broncos.
Broncos. We're going to take that dub. That wraps our week up right there. We are hoping to wrap back around after a dinky last week. We'll have our predictions posted from the last week just so you can see our updated records. We are going to wrap around strong. Remember, we are with Chalkboard. Check out the link, graphic in the corner. It'll tell you a little bit about where to go, what to do, have some fun, do it safely. Don't forget to follow us, subscribe on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Spotify. We've got all the above. Hit that little red button. We hope to see you next week. Beauty.